lately I've felt led to share not necessarily every detail of what I'm thinking, but just share moments when I don't feel strong, or share moments when I feel fear. And I've been doing this on my Facebook page. And I'm noticing different responses. So whether the person responds on my post or in my inbox or texts, message me, or however they respond to me, I'm getting a couple of different responses. One, I'm getting people who feel like they should encourage me because I'm sharing a weakness. And so I think that they feel that it's good to send me an encouraging message to help me in my time of need. Then there are people who want to preach to me and tell me why I shouldn't feel a certain way. And, maybe they share a message with me, or they share a scripture, or they're sharing something because they feel like they need to spring to action to help me. Then there are some people who relate, and they identify, hey, I felt that way too, and they relate to me. Some people don't know what to do. So they just keep it moving. They might like the post or put like the little there's like the little emoji where it's holding a heart, showing that they care. There's just a lot of different responses. And I realized that this is, I really feel confident that it's God pushing me to make these posts, because I don't want to make the post. I just want to, deal with whatever feeling I'm feeling. But I have less and less issue with sharing how I really feel the older I get. I don't know if that's just a part of aging. I don't know if it's a part of just the growth that I've been through in my spiritual journey, but I don't have any problem saying that I'm afraid of something. I don't have a problem saying that I'm weak. I don't have a problem saying that I cried. I don't have a problem with any of that. And I do realize that it makes some people uncomfortable, but maybe that's part of the message that God is using me to send, that it's okay. You know, Jesus came here. This is not a fairy tale. This is not just some story. He actually came here. So he knows the things that we deal with. And, to be fair, no one knows what you deal with on a daily basis unless you say, right? Unless you really take the time to explain, like, what's going what's going on in your life. No one really knows. People can speculate. So you may be really going through something hard, like hard, emphasis on the H and the R, hard, and the D, like just the whole word. You may be going through something hard, and you may not feel comfortable saying anything about it because you feel like the response that you're going to get is not going to really help you. And so you keep it in, and you feel like, okay, I should be able to deal with this. Especially I'm a child of God. I know the word. None of this should bother me. But one thing that I'm always reminded of is that Jesus was a part of this experience. Like, he did not save us from a distance, like he came up close. That's not even the right to come close. He was here, not close. Here, and endured it all. So any kind of emotion that you've experienced in life, we are emotional beings. Like, I don't know why, one of my friends, it never wants to say if they're going through something hard. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. It's okay. I'm good. I'm like, it ain't good all the time. And I strive to be a person and or a safe place or an atmosphere, or create an atmosphere where people who know me and are close to me can feel like they can be themselves and say whatever they're thinking about, whatever they're going through, without fear of ridicule, without fear of judgment, without them feeling like, hey, I'm on the mountain now and I got to bring you up the mountain because you in the valley. Well, the valley has a purpose. The valley has a purpose. No shame with being in the valley. This has been a very interesting season for me and hard. It has been. That's just the truth. This year, next month, would celebrate 25 years of being a professional writer. I started at a small daily newspaper in Carroll County, Maryland, and I was a features writer. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I loved to write, and I had a way of listening to people tell me their stories and putting things together in just a beautiful way. And that's not me tooting my own horn. That's just what God gave me. I can do that. I feel very confident in that. There are some things that there's a lot of things I'm not confident in, but I'm confident in that. I can write the story. I can do it. And so my career went from there. I've touched a lot of different areas. I've been in marketing. I worked for a toy train company back in the day and had to write ads and marketing copy and newsletters for the toy trains, which was actually pretty fun. I still remember going into the test room and playing with the trains so that I could write about them. I've been a tech writer. I fell into that. I had no idea what it was, and it just presented itself, and I was like, okay. And that's been my career. Can you do this? Okay. No clue. Have you written for lawyers before? No, but I'm sure I can. Here we go. So it's been 25 years of half spent in corporate America, half spent as a freelance writer. And I have gotten to a place where everything has changed. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard of AI. And there are just a lot of different things going on in the writing world. And writing is still important, but it has been infiltrated by artificial intelligence. And, I've talked to some people who say they love it. And I've talked to some people who say they hate it. It seems to be one of the two extremes. Some people in the middle may not, use it. Some people swear by it. Oh, I can't do my work without it now. And I'm just not enamored with it at all. And I am starting to see that when I am looking at writing jobs, because I'm trying to figure out where to go from here, because I'm just really in a place of transition, that there are now job titles requiring that you use AI. They want that. And I'm not an adopter of it. And I've talked to God about it. I'm like, okay, well, God, I don't want to get, as they say, left behind, but I don't want it. I just don't like it. I like that, or let me say this. I love words. I love putting them together, and I don't want help with that. Not really. There have been times where I've gotten stuck, and I can see the benefit of using AI to get unstuck. I can see that it's not all bad, right? But I don't want it to write for me. I don't want it to write something and then I'm trying to go back and massage it and make it what I want it to be. I just don't want that. So I'm just in a place where I'm trying to figure out, well, where do I go from here? What do I do next? And as all of that is unfolding, there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of uneasiness. And that's okay. That's what I'm learning. That's okay. And when I lost my last one of the so let me go back. So as a freelance writer, I have I had two different types of clients. Right? I had what I call anchor clients. These are clients that need something every month or every week or just on a regular basis. And then I have what I call my one-off clients, and these are people who, I may not hear from them for months, and then they're like, "Hey, can you do this?" Okay. At one time, I had, I want to say, seven anchor clients, and about six one-off clients, and I was stressed out. I was getting things done, but because I did not follow the very good advice of a writer that I truly respect, when she said focus on a niche, and I'm like, yeah, I just need to get this certain income. She's like, focus on a niche. I'm like, so I was helping everybody, and as a result, I was spread out, just thin, and things happen. Google does what it does, and it makes these updates. And a lot of times it really hurts small blogs, medium blogs. They don't get the traffic that they used to get. And it's like a whole thing. And they're trying to like revamp their SEO strategy. And now, people that said they would never use AI are like, hey, I'm going to use AI. And I get it. It's a business decision. You got to do what you got to do, right? But over time, that began to dwindle. And this past spring, I lost my last anchor client. So all of the clients that I have now are one-off clients. And so I never know when they're going to need something. Oh, I take that back. I have one anchor client left. But there's such a joy, such a joy. Sometimes you connect with a client in a way that you don't think of them as a client. That's what just happened. So yeah, they're definitely a client, but I don't think of them that way. So yeah, I have one anchor client left. But the point I'm making is it's a whole different world for me. I have looked at a lot of different things, from software testing to what was I looking at the other day? Digital marketing, just trying to see where my transferable skills are and like what direction to go in. And, every time I'm kind of marching off into a certain direction, like I get a huge roadblock. And I know it's because God is guiding me and He is working to grow my trust in Him. But guess what? When you're used to doing things a certain way and you're used to, your workload and the pay, when you're used to those things, even though as a freelancer, yeah, you got to hustle. You got to, because nothing is guaranteed. But when you get used to kind of that ebb and flow of work and everything, and you're like, oh yeah, this will be great. This will be fine. And then all of that gets turned upside down. It's disconcerting. And I'm not afraid to say that. It is. Yeah, I've been knocked off my block. But I will say this. God has shown up for me in a way that I could have just never even fathomed. We sing these songs, I surrender all, and I'm leaning on Him. Like, we sing all of these songs, and then things happen in life to bring those songs to life. And you realize, this is real. Oh, this is a faith walk. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, God. Oh, you got me? Oh, okay. And so from spring to now, we are firmly entrenched in fall, even though it's a little warm lately, and I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's feeling a little summer fallish right now in my neck of the woods. Uh, I've just been carried. I thank God for my husband and everything that he does for our family, for me. But God has kicked in a way that I wasn't expecting. And even so, I still wrestle with fear. I still wrestle with uncertainty. I still wrestle with trust. And then I'll feel bad because I'm like, well, why do I wrestle with these things? Because you keep showing me that you're there. And I just feel like he just continues to wrap his arms around me and says, it's okay, Robyn. I'm not condemning you. I am not looking down on you. I am loving you. I'm loving you. This is what love looks like. I'm taking care of you when you can't take care of yourself. I'm allowing you to grow and get strong because there's something new that I want you to do. And I know that you're tempted to go back to what you were doing, but you can't go back. You got to go forward. And the forward is so much better. Oh, please trust me when I say the forward is so much better. And so I'm walking forward day by day, and I still have my struggles. And God is telling me it's okay. It's okay to have these struggles. It's okay. I'm growing you. And he's shown me, like, Robyn, if this had happened to you 10 years ago, where would you be? Oh, Lord. I don't know, Lord. And so he's showing me, yeah, I'm showing you along the way. Yeah, you are growing. And guess what? There are people out there that need to hear that you're fearful, that need to hear that you're struggling with something, because they are, and they're not telling the truth, and they're holding it all in, and they're not talking to me. And I need you to be that voice that says, it's okay. God already knows what you're going through, but he wants to hear from you. God has throughout history invited us to participate. Throughout history. He could have just done everything, right? On his own. But he kept saying, hey, come help me with this. Hey, come help me roll this stone away. Hey, come help me, just whatever. I'm drawing a blank right now because of my human mind. And I'm just doing this off the dome. I don't have a script. This is just how I feel, but he's always inviting us to participate. Always. And so you got to participate. And even if you're not in a place where you feel comfortable telling anybody, hey, I'm struggling. Hey, it's not a good day. Tell him. Oh, I don't want to bother God with that. You're not bothering him. Guess what? You cannot exhaust him. Tell him how you feel. I chose a life verse decades ago, Matthew 6:33. But you know what? That's the verse that I chose. Guess what verse that God is putting in my spirit? Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. He did that. He put that in my soul. I chose a life verse, but he said, this is what I want you to know right now. All of your busyness is not going to get you where I'm taking you. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that he is God. Whatever you're going through today, it is okay to say that you're weary. It is okay to say that you're struggling. It's okay, because guess what? You're not going to stay there. It's just part of the journey. And guess what happens as you continue to walk this journey, as you continue to go through these green pastures, as you continue for him to walk you through that, the valley of the shadow of death, realize that you will be able to help someone else. And that is what this is all about. This journey is not just for you. Oh, it's for you and him and her. It's for everybody. And if we keep to ourselves those times when we don't feel our best, who are we really helping? I don't know. These are just the words that are on my mind today. I hope that it blessed you in some way. I hope that it made you think. If it made you upset, good. It's probably some truth serum getting to you. But this is just another word from Robyn. See you next time. Be still and know that he is God.